Good day, everybody. Kevin Hogan, author of The Psychology of Persuasion, How to Persuade Others to Your Way of Thinking. 21 other books, and they've been translated into 41 languages now all across the world. POP, Psychology of Persuasion, is 18 years old today, so go on Facebook and say happy birthday. Okay, Psychology of Persuasion is 18 years old, but hypnotic storytelling for the purpose of narrative transportation, taking person from here to here, so you can grab them and capture them where they're at and bring them over here to where they need to be. Today, 2 specific stories that you can tell, that you'll be able to tell immediately after this video. 2 of them. So the first one is called role projection, and this bypasses the critical factor for a very important reason. I want this person over here to do something for me or for themselves. Maybe I want them to lose weight, maybe I want them to buy a product, maybe I need them to get me my dinner. Whatever the deal is, you can utilize role projection in a really cool way. Let's say that you're going to customer service. We'll use this as an example for a story. Let's say that you're going to go to customer service and you're going to walk up to the person at the customer service desk over here and you're going to say, "Excuse me, are you here to actually help customers?" Great. Yeah, because when I was over at Best Buy today, I went up to customer service and they treated me like I was just a number, like I wasn't even relevant, and they just wouldn't even bother bringing me to the front of the line after an hour and a half and helping me out. I waited patiently, patient, while other people yelled at them. Can you even believe it? People are amazingly stupid. Anyway, thank you. I'm really glad that you are one of those good people. I appreciate that. So that's the role projection story. I just projected onto this person over here the precise behavior that I don't want. Right? That's exactly what we don't want, we don't need. I'm not telling this person what to do. If I told them what to do, we say, "Hey, you know what? I'm here for customer service. I would like you to help me out. Can you do what you can today?" Okay? Well, people are resistant to any time you ask them for something. They're resistant to manipulation or to influence or persuasion or just to the world in general. Okay? But role projection is different because in role projection, you're taking a person into history and you're telling them a story of how you, for example, when Dish Television put bills into my stepdad's mailbox every single month for dish service, satellite service that he'd never got. And I was disgusted. And when I called their attorney's office and said, "Hey, why are you doing this to my dad?" and they didn't refund the money, I was pretty upset. And if I was talking to DirecTV, you wouldn't do that, would you? I mean, you wouldn't be like evil and do stuff that's illegal, would you? Okay, and so by that I've now projected the role of what we don't want the person to exhibit, that behavior, that undesirable behavior. We've basically erased it. And it's okay to harshly judge that behavior in this specific story. You don't want to make this part of your personality, part of who you are in life, but you do want to judge that past behavior where you were hurt by somebody or harmed in a significant way, or somebody that you loved was harmed in a significant way, and you can project that role so the person can say, this is who I can't be because this person is foolish, or this person's ridiculous, or this person is unkind, or whatever that person is. This person was doing the wrong thing, and you are now sort of installing the anti-wrong thing device in this person's brain. This bypasses critical thought immediately and causes the person to want to actually do the behavior that you're promoting. It's a great story. So you should have role projection stories for every time you've been to a hotel, for every time that you've rented a car, for every time you were waiting at the airport for something, for when you're communicating with somebody who you've just met and you want them to be nice as opposed to the kind of person who is not nice. So if that was the case, I would tell perhaps a story about I walked into a restaurant one time, and the maitre d' was there, and for whatever reason he just didn't want to wait on us. Maybe it was because we were wearing a pair of jeans that day, didn't realize that we were a good guest there. I mean, we'd spent a lot of money over the years, and boy, did he screw that up. You know, it's like you can judge by appearances, but sometimes you can be wrong when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not like that, are you? I mean, and by doing that role projection, we get to what we need the person to behave. And it actually makes them a better person too. You're teaching the person how to be a better person and how to be more effective and efficient with the people that they care about. And you can create a role projection story around any single experience you want so you can tell that story. And then the other story I want you to walk away with today is what I call a discovery story. And discovery stories are really valuable. And again, just like the role projection story or any of the stories I tell you, these kind of stories are useful in marketing, writing sales copy, communicating with the guy or girl over there, getting the job promotion, whatever it is. And the discovery story goes like this. You know, for years, I've wondered what I was doing wrong. I've sat here and I've worked really, really hard, and I've been a good employee, and I've done everything I possibly can, and I've been amazing. I mean, I've worked my butt off, and I've never gotten a promotion. Yeah, I've got my 2.5% to 4% raise every single year, and it's been nice and wonderful. But the fact of the matter is that we're still in debt and we're still doing really bad. And I finally figured it out. Or I could say, I finally found out. Or I could say, I finally had to be beaten over the head with a stick when I realized. Or I could say, I finally hit my head against the wall one too many times and realized what it is that I'm talking to you, right? Realized, and now this is your world, your set of feelings that you have right now. And I finally realized that I was sick of being treated poorly at the office and not being compensated for what I was doing for the company. There's people over here doing half of what I do and getting paid the exact same amount of money because they've been here the same amount of time. It's ridiculous. It's insane. And so I finally figured out that if I want to do that, if I want to get that raise, I have to either say, you know what, here's the deal. You look at those numbers, you figure it out whether I'm worth keeping around at $40,000, $60,000, $80,000 a year, whatever it is. If I'm profitable, please keep me. Otherwise, I want to be paid for and compensated for what I'm worth. And if you want to go through the process of replacing me, you should absolutely feel free to do that. But I finally figured out that it's time to make the right move here, which is to either get paid or to move along somewhere where I can finally do that. And there's 3 steps to basically telling this story correctly. The first thing is that I have to be looking at you. Okay, now why is Kevin Hogan here in front of you today? I have a goal. I have a nefarious goal. My goal is to teach you how to tell stories that are more interesting and more effective, because then you say fewer words in the course of the day, and the people who speak fewer words in the course of the day generally make more money, right? So, and they better have better lives and better relationships because there's less ways to go wrong. So I'm now mirroring the current belief of you, and I'm going to call you a skeptic, okay? So I'm mirroring your current belief of your skepticism. But what I'm not doing is I'm not saying, hey, John, I know right now you're skeptical. What that does is it erases the value of this kind of identification tool in a discovery story. And so we don't ever do that. We don't say, I'm going to tell you a story about somebody who is just like you. We don't do that. We don't share with the person that your identities are going to be similar. What we're doing is we're simply mirroring the current beliefs of what the person is experiencing. And then you tell the story, and the person that you talk about in the story, whether it's you or somebody else, they share those exact set of beliefs and feelings. You don't ever say, just like you, they share these beliefs. That's where it all erases and falls apart. That's how tiny these nuances can be. By saying, just like you, this person believes that. Doesn't matter now. You blew it. You've erased identification by making it too strong. How do you like that? Nobody ever taught you that, did they? So we mirror the current belief of the skeptics without acknowledging that you're aware of it. That's the key critical piece here. And then you tell them about your journey of disbelief. Hey, I got the phone number of the attorney for Dish Television. I called the attorney and I said, what you're doing is illegal and it's wrong. It's just evil and morally wrong. We got to not do this, okay? And I was wrong for not calling you immediately. I should have let you know that you were breaking the law earlier. And so I'm going to have to put this in Coffee with Kevin Hogan and have everybody call your office and tell them, you guys, that it's time to have this stop, okay? So discovery story. When you finally discovered, when you had finally been hit over the head, when you finally figured it out, when somebody shared something with you and mentored you to a solution, and now that's what you want the person who you're watching to adapt that behavior as well, okay? All right, so we got the role projection story, which you can start using today, and you have the discovery story, which you can start using today. And what do I want you to do? I want you to go and use each of those stories one time today and then drop me a note and let me know how it goes. Okay, guys, I will see you here next time.